This is I Only Touch Greatness Remix. Scan the code and follow.
I Only Touch Greatness.
This is four-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty, the Detroit Red Wings. Coming up on I Only Touch Greatness podcast.
The 46 overall in the 92 draft. Did you know Detroit wanted you?
Yeah, but I thought that I remember sitting there and it was either Detroit in the first round or Ottawa first pick in the second round. And so when Detroit took Curtis Bowen, I thought I was going to Ottawa. And then when they passed, I was hoping. I interviewed really good there in Detroit. That's where I wanted to go. Obviously, I think, you're like, you want to get drafted, but it worked out for the best. Be able to play at home. I always say I'm like Detroit's favorite stepson.
Yeah, that's for sure. Could you tell the story about the number 25?
Yeah, actually, people always ask me because I couldn't, I wore 19 in junior, 19 in the minors, and I'm like, I got to the Red Wings. I couldn't figure why 19 Steve Eisman wouldn't give me the jersey. I mean, I thought that was anyway. So it came down to I had the second choice because a guy named Micah Abazoff, who I played in the minors with, had more minor league games. And there was four choices, numbers 14, 18, 25, and 27. Micah Abazoff, who's from Powell River, BC, by the way. Actually, I've been up there salmon fishing. Caught a huge hawker of a salmon up there one time.
Oh, really?
He chose 27. So I don't like even numbers. So 25 is where it is. If I had first choice, I would have been 27.
Is there a reason why you don't like? Is there a reason why you don't like even numbers?
No, it's more like an OCD thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just stepping on the cracks, more superstition. I'm an odd, I got odd. I got 11, my sobriety date, 25. Odd numbers tattooed all over me, no even ones.
I got a bunch of weird tattoos too.
Yeah, so I think it's more just.
Do you have one that you regret?
Numbers,
numbers
in my life. Like one's a huge number, right?
Yeah.
1 and 25 and together. So I don't know. OCD, that's what I'd say.
Do you have a tattoo that you regret?
No, absolutely not. First one I got in Chicago back in 94 with Proby. That's Harley Davidson with the Aries sign. It's on my ankle. That would sort of be like, and I don't regret it. To whatever else. One arm I have is like with my grandfather, my dad, my bass player, my band. That's like the remembrance. You don't want to be on the left arm. That means we're remembering you. And the right one is like my Griffin, who's my son, all my kids, Emerson, Avery, and Grayson. Yeah, so that one's more the full, but they all mean something. And that's the great thing about tattoos. They're not only like addicting, but you get the right one. And they mean something to everybody or means something to you. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, I got one that I absolutely hate. The guy fell asleep. He G-holed while he was tattooing my stomach, and now the pen went like this.
Yeah, don't tell me what, tell me who. That sucks.
Yeah. How awesome is a friend of the show, Draper? We had him on. I've met him in person.
Oh, you had him on? He wasn't too busy. He was.
No, I had him on. We also had Keenan on, and we also.
Good.
And then I also met him when he was out here doing a couple of things. I know we came to watch Keenan play in Coquitlam.
Yeah, no, I mean it's what can I say? Not a great family. I mean, he's one of my best friends in life. Not only the stuff that we accomplished, the thing takes so much pride in is, something called the grind line, which everybody in hockey knows what that is. And that's associates him and I. And also, the uniqueness is there's four members of the grind line. It's like the Beatles, it's like with Joey and Maltz and just the way that Scotty used it and successful we were. But I can't say enough great things about Kris Draper, not only the person, but the best part that people should know about Kris Draper and this Red Wing organization is he's doing everything that he wants to do in scouting young guys and trying to find the next guys and, all this stuff. And behind the scenes, you look at all the guys in the organization that are doing this stuff. to all the guys that you know that have rings. So it's just not when, it's when. But there's some of this is all the things that you used to see them when they'd be in the gym or sitting talking, Stevie and Drapes and stuff like this. These are probably things they talked about 20 years ago, right? And so as far as he's one of the smartest hockey minds that I know, he's one of the hardest working guys I know. You know, Kris Draper's one of those guys that if he doesn't work out, he'll get sick, where Darren McCarty's one of those guys, if he does work out, he'll get sick. So I always tell him retired means I don't want to do it anymore. Right. You know, we always kid that he's still looking for the contract. I think we got him off the fact that he understands he's retired now. Right.
Yeah,
like I think, you know, with him, but the one thing is man, he's a big pickleball guy. So I always say
I was going to ask you about that.
50 in the world right there, Kris Draper. So no, I mean, with everything that we've been through on the ice, off the ice, all my trials and tribulations and stuff. It's, you know what, where I'm at in my life, it's really cool to see the guys that stood behind me, that, you know, I can make them proud.
You're tuning into I Only Touch Greatness podcast, Vancouver's best show with Ryan Hayes.
Often imitated but never duplicated, I Only Touch Greatness podcast with Ryan Hayes. Looking for the most beers on tap, great steaks, great staff? Head over to the John B.
The John B. Pub, the best bar in town. Say Hayes sent you.